Welcome back to Duluth, Minnesota, the Amsoil Snowcross National at Spirit Mountain, the first round of Amsoil Championship Snowcross powered by Ram for this season. Mike Schroeder, Chris Hockey, and Carly Applin bringing you coverage here from Duluth of some great racing action, and we are almost ready for the feature race of the Prolite division, Mike. It's a great action-packed front row.
New drivers moving into the field this year, and maybe a few surprises as to the way that they line up in that final. We look at the front row as these guys getting ready to line up. And they will, of course, see Zach Mason as your number one qualifier. Zach out of Gaylord, Michigan, racing this year with Levi LaValle Racing. He is your number one qualifier. Then you've got Montana Jess on an Arctic Cat, Maxine Telfair on a Skidoo, Daniel Benham, the number 4 qualifier on the 221 Arctic Cat, Kevin Wallenstein on a Skidoo, Travis Muller, one of the K2 racing sleds, his teammate right next to him. There you see Johnston and Angove. Then you go to the back row, and maybe a couple of surprises here. Elias Eschol, qualifying 11th, Travis Kern, Tris Holmes, and there you see the rest of the order. A couple of surprises there.
Absolutely. Down on the starting line, Carly Applin's ready to go racing. Carly?
Mike, you mentioned number one qualifier Zach Mason. He made some big changes in the offseason, moving from Layton Motorsports to Team LaValle. He said working with co-owner Levi LaValle has been very beneficial. Physically, they are actually pretty much the same size. I think Levi's about a half-inch taller. He said it's very beneficial because he can help him adjust his riding style and help him break some of those bad habits, and it seems to be very successful. We'll see how he goes tonight. Guys?
He has been very fast all night long. I didn't think I'd ever hear the words somebody's a little bit shorter than Levi LaValle, but two great racers who are in impeccable shape. And, of course, you can see that their off-season program really worked for them.
And you see, these guys getting ready. We're talking 14 laps around a demanding racetrack. Lap times around this racetrack for these guys probably in the 28, 29 second range. So, it's pretty demanding, small frame, but I'll tell you what, these guys are great athletes. They're ready to go racing.
It has been an absolutely fantastic night of racing for this Prolite division already. The first final of the year for Amsoil Championship Snowcross powered by Rams Prolite division. They are ready to throw snow from the front row. Let's see who gets that stud boy hole shot. It's almost in the starters' hands. 15 sleds ready to go racing. As you can see them spread across right there, and the 5 sleds behind them waiting to see who goes where. We've got 10 sleds on the front row, and somebody had broken the light, but they're back behind the light again. And we are ready to go racing the Prolite division from Duluth, Minnesota. It's in the starters' hands. And they're racing in Duluth. 15 sleds into turn 1.
Your number one qualifier lined up right in the middle, got pushed out just a little bit, so he is going to slot back to about 4th place. You see some Arctic Cats up front. Is that Montana Jess?
I believe Montana Jess got the Stud Boy Hole Shot Award and right now has the lead as they head down the hill for the first time.
And right behind him, the number 221, that's Daniel Benham. Benham racing as a factory Arctic rider this year. So Arctic Cat with a couple of sleds up front, 1 and 2. Then you've got Cole K2, first year as a Prolite rider, sitting in 3rd place.
Montana Jess and Daniel Benham are battling it out up front. You can see Benham looks to the outside. Will he try a swoop move? No, he'll hang out and be patient for a moment. Meanwhile, Montana Jess out of Massachusetts is the man on the point right now.
In some of the heats, we've actually seen that top line on the top part of the racetrack be a little bit faster. We'll see if Benham keeps working it. Oh, they get together a bit.
He comes in hard right there and swaps paint, but lets off enough to let them both get out unscathed. A smart move for a young rider right there to make sure it didn't take both of them out.
Let's watch Benham now, see if he goes outside again. He does.
Extreme outside that time.
Last time, very tight between these two drivers. There you see Benham working the outside, and he's got a little smoother line initially, but it's Montana Jess. He is out front.
Again, Montana Jess is your leader. You see him just leaning real hard as they make it through the turn. Here's the hole shot. You'll see Montana Jess right there in the middle trying to get out front fast.
He was on the opposite side of the pole than your number one qualifier, Zach Mason. Just found a little bit better line. Mason slotted back, but even now, Zach Mason sitting in 5th place.
The whole shot means a lot, and it has meant the lead right now for Montana Jess. Over the AMSOIL finish line and into the FXR turn, still holding on as we are now 10 laps to go in this feature race for the Pro Light division.
Once he shook Daniel Benham's initial charge, he's now put about a 1.4 second lead between he and the rest of the field. It's a really good battle between Benham and Cole Coutu. Coutu only about 0.5 of a second behind that second place Artie Cat of Daniel Benham.
And you saw that roost hit Cole Coutu right in the face right there as Benham tries to get away from him. Your leader continues to be Montana Jess, but here is the battle for second and third. The 21 looks to the inside. Coutu tries to make a move. It won't work there.
No, it wasn't close enough, and even if he was, there could have been some pretty ugly contact there. So you watch him as he goes outside. Cole Coutu trying to run the outside. You see Benham. Benham again, now this time coming down low. Coutu right behind him.
And in the back right behind him, you might see him in a minute. That's Elias Ishul right there, who's made his way to fourth spot from the back row. And Elias Ishul is not out of this yet. Plenty of laps for the young man out of Norway.
Well, and I'll tell you what, there's always excitement when you talk about the 200 Skidoo.
Let's go down to Carly Applin right by the racetrack. Carly?
Hey guys, joining me, Keith Musa from Cole Coutu's crew. Cole finishing first in the sport class last year, moving up to the Pro Light class. How's he doing out there? How have you guys prepped for this first race?
Well, he's running third right now. I hope he can stay there. He's really strong. A lot of off-season training, and he's surrounded by some Pro Light veterans, so it's really been good for Cole's rookie year.
We'll let you guys get back to it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Guys?
I'm afraid we might have lost him during that interview.
Yeah,
I think Cole
jinxed him.
Coutu went off his sled while we were talking to his crew leader right there. We'll get more on that in a moment. Meanwhile, back up front, that's Montana Jess,
And
but look who's
in
right
the
behind
frame.
him. We talked about it, and he takes the lead.
Took the
Elias
line.
Ishul took the line, and he's now taken the lead.
They're still trying to get Cole Coutu's sled squared away in the top part, but they were able to get by in a yellow zone, and it is Ishul out front as he was able to get around Montana Jess. Just found the line, and this driver, you just never know where he's going to accelerate and how hard he's going to charge.
He came underneath the leader right here, did a little bit of boxing him out, but again, that's a clean move. Elias Ishul came in through the last chance qualifier. We said it during the LCQ. If there's anybody in this race that can win from the back row, it's Elias Ishul. Now, let's not count our chickens before they hatch, because this young man rides on the edge all the time. Anything can happen.
That's the thing, you know, he's out front now. Now you just got to be composed and, of course, run good lap times. You still need to be aggressive, but, I mean, like that, don't take the chance that, you know, you're going to crash.
I don't think you can take that out of a racer like Elias Ishul, though. The entire time, he's going to be riding on the edge, especially when you've got somebody in front of him who you're not racing for position, who's not getting out of his way. He finally does, and our leader gets away from him. Elias Ishul, it was right here in Duluth last year that we had his coming out party. The world got to know Elias Ishul here 1 year ago, and we're seeing why again right here tonight in Duluth. Here's your battle for second and third, Mike.
Couple of those skidoos again. They got Montana Jess, who was up front for quite a while, still sitting in second place. And then the 221 Artie Cat of Daniel Benham. There's about a half a second between those two guys. You see Benham trying to find lines to get around Montana Jess. And, you know, both these guys a little frustrated, I would presume, being that the 200 Skidoo was able to find lines and just kind of blast around them.
This battle hasn't changed since the very beginning of the race. The only thing that did change was the fact that Elias Ishul blew by both of them on his way to the lead here in the Prolite Final in the first round of Duluth. The battle continues for second between Montana Jess and Daniel Benham, but there is your leader on that Makita sled, headed towards the AMSOIL finish line to put another lap in the books. The number 200 out of Norway, that would be Elias Ishul on the Skidoo for Makita GMC and NSK.
Watch him as he goes around, continuing to count down laps. A couple of laps left to go. He goes up the back part of the racetrack, and, you know, as we've said, every time you just don't know which line he's going to take. Into that corner, stays up high, ramps around, that number 21 sled. That, of course, Cole Coutu, who was running so well, then had the ugly off, now sitting back in 15th place.
Down the hill he comes. He looks over his shoulder. Your leader, Elias Ischul, takes the white flag. 1 lap to go from the back row through the LCQ to the final, and in the lead right now in Duluth. Elias Ischul, up the hill he goes one final time. Headed for the Air Force flyaway. Keeps her low to the ground this time.
I was going to say, it looks like he checked up just a little bit. Knows that he's got a pretty substantial lead. Almost 6 seconds. Just kind of holding it down a little bit. There you see one of the team members up there giving him the thumbs up. He's going to be your winner.
Down the hill comes Elias Ischul from 11th to the win here in Duluth. Elias Ischul has done it again in Duluth.
Second place is going to go to Montana Jess. A good run for Montana. And then third place will be Daniel Benham. Those two guys, of course, doing battle throughout most of the race.
He came from 11th for the win, and we will come back and talk to that young man about his victory. Ladies and gentlemen, this is AMSOIL Championship Snowcross powered by Ram from Duluth, Minnesota. And they're racing in Duluth. 15 sleds into turn 1. He talked about it, and he takes the lead. Elias Ischul took the line, and he's now taken the lead. Down the hill comes Elias Ischul from 11th to the win here in Duluth. Elias Ischul has done it again in Duluth.
Elias, congratulations. A huge way to start the season. You came from behind. How difficult is it to make your way through the pack?
I was just trying to find some good lines and run and good, and I didn't know I was in the first before I see my good mechanic Nate hold his pit board with the wall. That was a good feeling.
Is this exactly how you would want to start the season?
Yeah, it was good.
And tell us about those track conditions out there.
The track is good. It's a little bit hard, but yeah, it's good.
Congratulations on the big win.
Thanks.
Back to you.
Again, Elias Ischul with the win in round 1 of the Prolite division here in Duluth. A big win for the young man, getting things started off correctly. We'll break. We'll come back with the AMSOIL Pro Open Championship from Duluth right after this. Well, so let's hand it out. Coming in third, racing for Arctic Cat, Benham Electric, and Speedworks out of Deer River, Minnesota, the number 221 of Daniel Benham. Coming in second for Team Arctic Cat, Central Mass Motorsports, Central Mass Power Sports, and Woody's out of Westminster, Massachusetts on the Arctic Cat number 765, Montana Jess. And your winner in round 1 of Duluth from 11th spot to the top of the podium on a skidoo from Makita, GMC, and NSK out of Oppdal, Norway, Elias Ischul.
Ready for takeoff.
And let's go down to Carly Applin with our top 3. Carly?
Congratulations. This is a huge third place for you because this is your first Pro-Lite podium. How did you prepare to move up from the sport class to the Pro-Lite class?
You know, I knew these guys were fast and I knew they were no joke, but you know, I just tried to stay on top of my game, put in solid laps, not make any mistakes. And out there, the track was pretty gnarly, so I was just kind of riding safe and I knew I was in a good spot. But I think we have some improving to do to catch the 200, so we'll get on that.
And who would you like to thank?
I'd like to thank my whole family for coming out. Definitely Mike Cleddy, the whole Ebert family. Speedworks had my sled ripping all day. Arctic Cat, Fox Shocks, Fly Racing, CNA Pro Skis, Hayes Brakes. Yeah, everybody. It takes a lot to be up here, and I'm very glad to make it up here.
Again, congratulations. And Montana Jess in second place. You're going to hop down for me. We're going to talk about this huge second. You were able to hold first for a long time, but walk us through what happened out there.
Oh, no, I was having a blast out there. Got an awesome hole shot, and the races are longer than sport, and competition's tougher, so you got to be watching out for everything. But I had so much fun out there. Can't thank Arctic Cat, Fox Shock, Central Mass Power Sports, AMSOIL, Woody's, everyone, Scott Goggles. They've helped me so much this entire time, and just a great feeling being back on the sleds.
Just need to take a deep breath now. Get it back. I like it. Congratulations again. And in first place, Elias Yeshua, why don't you come down and join me so we can talk with you here. We just chatted about the race. Now, who would you like to thank?
I'll thank my team, Warrior Racing, for all the work they do, and Makita, NSCOG, EMC, Skidoo, Kickers, XPS, Mechanics Wear, Cube, and so thanks everybody.
A great way to start the season for the Pro Light class. We have the Pro Open Final coming up. We're going to head back to you guys in the booth.
We are about to go green with the AMSOIL Pro Open class here in Duluth. It's in the starters' hands and they're about to throw snow. We had somebody jump all the way to the inside.
And is it Cody or Petter? Cody Cam.
Cody Cam jumps.
Cam was technically, he took 2 firsts in the heats, so he had 10th draw.
Yes.
So Cody felt that he had to have a really good reaction time, a really good hole shot from that part of the racetrack. Look at his dad.
Yes.
His dad just going, oh no.
Yeah.
So, Cody's going to go to the back part of the racetrack. Can Cody Cam win from the back row?
Yes. Absolutely he can.
Yes, no doubt.
It's in the starters' hands again. We're about to go green in Duluth. And we are racing. AMSOIL Pro Open is on the track. And Kyle Pauline has the stud boy hole shot.
Pauline in the middle of that field just found a great line up the hill. Let's see who's going with him on the outside.
Ross Martin, I think.
Is that? I believe it is Ross. And, of course, Ross working with that new Artie Cat along with Kyle Pauline. Look at Martin charging on the outside. Bar to bar across the finish line.
It's Pauline. It's Ross Martin. Martin looks to the inside, tries the swoop move. They trade paint. Pauline to the outside. Martin to the lead.
Boy, did you see how he got that thing the corner around him? But look at Pauline work the outside again.
Back to the front goes Senior Smiley. Kyle Pauline in the lead on the 324. Here comes Tucker Hibberts.
Hibbert working his way up, and also in that battle, Justin Broberg. Broberg on an Artie Cat this year. Broberg sitting in 3rd place.
The 324 of Kyle Pauline, the 68 of the 9-time champion Tucker Hibbert. The battle has begun. Can Kyle Pauline do the impossible and hold off the T-Train?
T-Train got around Ross Martin. Martin now sitting in 3rd place. So, as you said, can Kyle Pauline hold off Tucker Hibbert? It's only about a 0.3 of a second difference between the two. Ross Martin already about a second behind Tucker Hibbert. Pauline's got to really pour it to get good lap speeds around this racetrack to hold off Tucker Hibbert.
We've seen it before. Tucker Hibbert sits back. He's patient. He waits for the right opportunity, then he makes his move. Right now, Kyle Pauline is trying to run away and hide as he heads through that cat corner in the lead. Does he know Tucker Hibbert's right behind him? You bet he does. Kyle Pauline in the front.
And as you watch him count down the hill, I think as Kyle Pauline has raced more as a pro, he's become smarter on how to race Tucker too. He knows what Tucker's going to do. You watch him, he just finds good lines. You watch this last lap, he's still 0.3 of a second faster than what Tucker was that last lap, and he was even faster than Tucker the lap before. So Kyle's doing exactly what he needs to do right now.
Team Lavallee Racing going crazy in their track right now. Meanwhile, a great battle going on back here, Mike.
Watch them as they take and come through. Tremblay was getting in the mix as he was able to get by Cody Cam. Broberg still sitting in 4th, Martin in 3rd, but back up front, there you see T-Train, Tucker Hibbert trying to make a move, trying to get some distance between he and Kyle Pauline. And now Pauline with a 1.5 seconds. That last lap, Pauline was about 3 or 4 of a second faster than Tucker Hibbert.
And Kyle Pauline continues to separate himself from Tucker Hibbert. It's not been done often, if at all, but Kyle Pauline right now is pulling away from Tucker Hibbert here in Duluth. The race is a long way from over, but you gotta like what you're seeing out of Kyle Pauline right now.
I tell you what, we're a quarter of the way done. You just got to keep doing like I said. He has learned how to take and race Tucker Hibbert. Now he just needs to put it together on the racetrack, and he's doing a great job. Now that last lap, they were just about even. So again, Kyle Pauline still about 1.4 seconds ahead of Tucker Hibbert.
The preferred line is is his, and he's choosing so wisely right now is young Kyle Pauline.
And the plus for Kyle Pauline yet is that he's not in lap traffic. Once he gets up to the lappers, that is when Tucker's going to try to capitalize. Tucker paying close attention. Now there is Ross Martin. Martin's still sitting in third, but Broberg trying to run him down on an Arctic Cat.
Look who has reeled in your leader. Again, it's Kyle Pauline to the inside. Tucker Hibbert over the AMSOIL finish line takes the lead. But just for a second, Pauline has the inside. Who will win the drag race up the hill? Pauline back to the lead.
It was Pauline, and that last lap, Tucker was a second faster than Kyle Pauline. So Tucker, you talked about the patience. Tucker watched and he charged. Now look at him. He's going to try to come underneath Kyle Pauline again. Kyle covers the line. Kyle's still out in front, but here comes Tucker on the downhill.
Tucker to
and
the
now
inside.
They got lappers.
And Pauline checks up a bit over the AMSOIL finish line. Tucker has the preferred line. Can Pauline shut the door?
Oh,
They made
contact.
contact. And Tucker Hibbert takes the lead. The T-Train through lap traffic is now your leader in Duluth.
I tell you what, Kyle is lucky that he was able to hold on there. That sled that he kind of bumped into was almost a saving grace, if you will, to keep him from going off the track. Let's look again how it happened. They were coming down into the corner, and, you know, Kyle out in front got out a little deep. It gave Tucker an opportunity to come down underneath. Tucker going to maybe give him a little nudge. That happened.
No
and,
doubt.
You know, as you see, out he went, and like I said, that sled kept Kyle Pauline from going off track.
I think you're right. Tucker Hibbert, meanwhile, comes away with the lead, and he's in the cat corner. It took him 9 laps to do it, but the patience was the virtue, and the lead is his. Tucker Hibbert, your leader, 10 laps into this race, and headed for the AMSOIL finish line. The 9-time champion is there again.
And now Tucker's doing exactly what he's best at. Here's the race. This is a pass between Cody Cam and his former teammate Justin Broberg for 4th place. Cam on the new Polaris. Broberg going from Polaris to Arctic Cat. Broberg holds on to the position. He's still in 3rd place.
Cody Cam's been fast every night here in Duluth and always fast on this track. He goes to the inside. He makes the pass. Cody Cam up to 4th place right now. 1 spot from the podium. The man in front of him keeping him off the podium right now is Ross Martin.
And so Cody Cam's going to make a charge that try to get around another one of the new Polarises, Ross Martin. Martin has been in 3rd place since early on in the race. The battle was between Tucker and Kyle Pauline. Then it was Ross Martin. Martin right now is about almost 3 seconds ahead of Kyle Pauline, and we're starting to count down laps.
Cody Cam is reeling him in a bit, though. Right there, meanwhile, is your leader into lap traffic, making his way inside the number 11 right there of Tim Tremblay, who's had a tough race for him. Must have had a mechanical. But again, here comes Tucker Hibbert right there as they head up the Air Force flyaway.
Tremblay running in 14th place. It's a lot different than it was last night at this time. That's for sure.
A big roost into the face of the leader as he is heavily into lap traffic right now, trying to find his way around without giving up the lead. But Tucker Hibbert has been here before, and he's here again. We are 14 laps into this final race, and Tucker Hibbert is your leader.
Got Peter Narsa right ahead of him trying to get around. Here's the distance between Cam and Ross Martin. That interval now between those two is only 0.8 of a second. So Cody Cam running that last lap about a half second faster than what Ross Martin was. Cam charging hard.
Cody Cam running laps almost as fast as your leader right now. Just 0.2 of a second slower than Tucker Hibbert on that last lap. And this is the all-important podium spot. 3rd place stands on the podium. 4th place goes back to the trailer.
Ross trying to cover the line. Look at Cam. Cam is going to be very, very aggressive. He always is. I mean, this is called air it out. I want to get on that podium first race of the year. Back down underneath. Watch them. They're down in that 1 and 2 corner, the uphill. Watch Cody. Cody, especially on the uphills and the downhill, he is just going to air it out.
And a lapper slows Ross Martin up just a bit. Let's see if Cody Cam can take advantage of it. Again, this is the battle for 3rd and 4th. Ross Martin is the man in 3rd right now on the 837. Cody Cam right behind him on the 53. Looks to the outside, coming towards the AMSOIL finish line. Cam in the air, tries to take the spot. It's outside for Cam, inside for Ross Martin. The swoop move for Cam, and up the hill they go.
Boy, Martin thought he may be going to rail all the way around the outside and tried to cover the line. Cody pulled a fast one, tried to come down back underneath and looked like he may be able to get by Ross, but Ross able to cover the line and still out in front. Oh, Cody dragging it a little bit up there in the corner, lost a little distance. It's still Martin sitting in third, but I'll tell you what, Cody Cam right there.
Here he comes, the laps tick away, and there goes third. Cody Cam with a power move to the inside, takes over the third spot from Ross Martin.
Martin not close enough to try to counter, so Cody now able to position himself. Now Ross is going to have to step up. If Ross wants to be on the podium, he's going to need to do what Cody Cam's doing. I mean, he's going to have to run with some reckless abandon.
We are just 2 laps from the finish, and right now it looks like this. Cam in third, Pauline in second, and there is your leader, the 9-time champion, starting off the brand new season the way he wanted to, way out in front. It's a 5.5-second lead for Tucker Hibbert right now as he heads for the AMSOIL finish line and the white flag. 1 lap left for the T-Train, Mike.
You know, you got to look at Tucker, but I'll tell you what, Kyle Pauline has been gallant here too. His lap time's been equal to or a little faster than Tucker towards the end. You see him working his way around. He's still out in second place. He's got about a 5-second lead over third place Cody Cam and should hold on to the position. You know, it may not be a win, but I'll tell you what, it's going to score well for him.
Around the turn and down the hill he comes for another win here at Duluth. The 9-time champion has done it again. Tucker Hibbert wins round 1 in Duluth. Kyle Pauline will come across in second. And it looks like Cody Cam will hang on and take that final podium spot in third. And we are racing. AMSOIL Pro Open is on the track. Tucker Hibbert over the AMSOIL finish line takes the lead. But just for a second, Pauline has the inside. Who will win the drag race up the hill? Pauline back to the lead. And Pauline checks up a bit over the AMSOIL finish line. Tucker has the preferred line. Can Pauline shut the door?
Oh, contact.
They make contact. And Tucker Hibbert takes the lead. Around the turn and down the hill he comes for another win here at Duluth. The 9-time champion has done it again. Tucker Hibbert wins round 1 in Duluth.
Congratulations, Tucker. A great win to start the season. We had to pull you away from your crew. Take the fans inside that conversation. What were you guys talking about?
Just going through the race and just a lot of laughs. You know, I got a great team, great group of people that support me and help me get to the spot I'm at, and I couldn't do it without them. And new guy Dan on the team, hooking it up. Dan Ebert, he did a great job. My dad, the whole Monster Energy, Arctic Cat, Ram Truck team, been working hard. The track was pretty brutal out there. It was tough, and Kyle was running some fast laps right away, and just kind of paced him and waited for the right time, and it worked out. It was good.
We talked about this new qualifying rule, the inverted start. You said you wanted to see how it would play out. What are your thoughts after experiencing this for the first time?
Well, you know, obviously I'm happy to get the win for sure. It's a little bit weird, you know, the way that we're doing the qualifying and lining up, but it's still a race. You know, you got to get the start, you got to get all the way to the finish, and it's the same for everybody. So I'm sure, you know, different tracks, it'll be different, and it'll play itself out throughout the year, but at the end, you know, we just got to keep plugging away and working hard, and I think we'll end up on top.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Back to the booth.
Let's give to you right now the top 3 in regards to the podium here in round 1 at Spirit Mountain. In third place, and boy, I'll tell you what, he, of course, jumped off the line, had to go to the back row, and made his way all the way up to third place on the podium out of Kenosha, Wisconsin. Racing for Polaris, Pertec, AMSOIL, and FXR along with Monster Energy. That's the number 53 Polaris of Cody Cam.
Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down.
All right, where's he hiding? Here he comes. Cody Cam. Second place, out of Ironwood, Michigan, racing for Mystic Lubricants, Loctite, Polaris, Red Bull, Fox, and FXR on the number 324 Polaris, Kyle Pauline.
Welcome to my house. Morning comes and you know that you wanna stay. Close the blinds, let's pretend that the time has changed.
And your winner out of Pelican Rapids, Minnesota, racing for Monster Energy, Arctic Cat, Ram Truck, and Arctic Wear, making it 5 straight Pro Open wins in a row here in Duluth. On the number 68 Arctic Cat, Tucker Hibbert. Let's go down trackside to Carly Applin.
Thanks, guys. Congratulations, Cody Cam. I'm going to have you step down and join me so we are a little more level here. First of all, again, congratulations on this 3rd place, but we also have another little surprise for you. This is Rick from Fox, and he's going to give you this check for $150 for the Fox Great Ride. That means you made the most passes out there. So did your night just get a little bit more fun?
On that start, I got really excited and made one of the biggest mistakes of my life and jumped and had to start back row, and I ended up charging through the crowd really good and got up in 3rd. I had no idea what place I was in the whole time, and just I came off the track and my team said 3rd, and I just instantly got happy. And just I'd like to thank everybody, Hensch's Racing, Polaris, FXR, EVS, Ergodyne, Walker Evans Shocks, and big thanks to Doug Gust and Cowboy Kirk Hogan for giving me the chance to ride out west this fall and just get ready for the season.
Cody, you say mistake, but we say check for $150 and great ride. So congratulations. And in 2nd place, Kyle Feline, come on down. You said you were working on refining your riding out there. What did you learn after that ride?
I just went out there. I did the best that I could, and I just kept hunting for lines the whole race, you know, like there was some gnarly ice coming out, and I was just about tossed her a couple times. I just said, you know, I got to adjust my line and find something else. So it paid off. It worked really good, and I just had a really fun race.
And Ray in the truck wants to know how many times you smile a day.
Too many.
Never too many. Okay. Anybody else you'd like to thank tonight?
Absolutely. I got to give a huge thanks to my sponsors, Mystic Lubricants, Loctite, Polaris, Red Bull, Fox Shocks, FXR, Earth Inc., and Woody Studs, and just my whole team. I mean, my support group out here is amazing. I mean, there you have it. So, I mean, that's what I got behind me, and without those guys, my mechanic Jeff, Glenny for getting my sleds ripping, Levi for endless mentorship, and my teammate Zach, and everybody else at Polaris, Tom Jr., Tim Bender, just so many thanks to so many people, because without them, this wouldn't be possible.
Well, congratulations. A great start to the season. And Tucker Hibbert, come down here and join me if you can hop down. We just chatted about the race. Now, who would you like to thank? You have a big support system as well.
Yeah, I got a great team behind me, you know, Monster Energy, Arctic Cat, Ram Truck, Speedworks, Bosch Tools, Arctic Wear, Fly, C-Tech 2 Oil, Stud Boy, Digital Link, Fox Shocks, you know, just the whole team is working so hard, and it's good to get these wins. You know, it feels really good, especially the first race of the year, and just kind of start things off with a bang. So we'll go back and eat some hot stuff pizza and celebrate, and you know, get ready for it tomorrow.
And a high five to the beautiful Mandy Hibbert, of course. Yeah. We love to give her a shout out. Congratulations to you, the whole team, everybody down here, and a awesome crowd here in Duluth. We have one more day of racing tomorrow. We're going to head back to you guys in the booth for now.
Well done, Carly, and congratulations again to the top 3 tonight in the AMSOIL Pro Open class.